under this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, let's have it right. Minerals FC. You got the Minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the Minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.
So have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you in here tonight. Hope everyone is doing well and you're all winning in the game. Let's have it right. First and foremost, guys, I want you to smash to pieces that like button. Every single one of you smash to pieces that like button right now. If you haven't subscribed to Minerals FC, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button as well, the bell, ding dong, let's have it right, all that jazz. And we've got the Minerals FC membership pinned at the top of the live chat and down below in the description, guys. Big up to every single one of you. It's a later than usual, let's have it right, but I am being battered at work. Inundated, so you know what I mean. I've got to land the Minerals and find time to land the Minerals, so it's a little bit later than usual. So everyone in here, big up to every single one of you as always. Hit that like button, guys. Every single one of you smash that like button. We're gonna have a great show tonight. I'm gonna bring on a couple of people, and we're gonna talk everything Chelsea and everything going on around the club. We're also going to allow me to land the Minerals firstly. Do you know what I mean? I've got to let it out. I didn't do a show yesterday. Obviously, it was the Eric Seven Haag show. Got absolutely done by the Dippers. Stretters, I know you're out there. And he's probably getting hammered in the chat. But I'll tell you what, that was terrible. I mean, in the mud, in the woods. Man United in the woods. Oh man, and I hate it. I hate Liverpool. So do you know what I mean? It's not even like I can banter it really. I can't stand Liverpool, so it is what it is. But anyway, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. We didn't lose 7-0, but we just about by the skin of our teeth beat Leeds, who are fighting a relegation battle, and we've won 3-18. So yeah, we're pretty much in the mud as well. And by the way, that's to the PR process. Let's have it right. Let's run through, see who's in here. Firstly, big up to Bartek M in here, landing it. We should have, your name should be Bartek Minerals, man. It should be Bartek Minerals by now. Big up to Bartek. Big up to Chelsea Dan as well, my member. Go and subscribe to Chelsea Dan's channel, guys, as well, and support him if you haven't already. We got Nick in here, as always. And my geezer, Chelsea old boys, smash the likes, subscribe, or become a member to the best platform and the voice of our Chelsea. We got Super Johnny Minerals. Let's have it right. Up the Minerals FC, up the Chelsea. And as always, guys, you know, it's just a standard procedure. We have to remind everyone, every single show, and we're reminding the owners, because it's the owners that need to understand something about Chelsea Football Club. We see things that they'll never see. That's life. Let's have it right. We see things they'll never see. That's life. Big up to Chelsea old boys. My geezer, always land and minerals. You know it. Foot out, Lauren here. Minerals mount to take over as interim for his game to land. Then we add first English player to win a knockout game whilst manager up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, up the MM19, foot out, Lord, land the Minerals before we've even got started, guys. Who else? Patrick Bateman, big up to you. Big up to Mitchy Boy. Big up the Minerals Army. Go and subscribe to Mitchy Boy's channel. Chelsea Mitchy Boy is his channel. Go and show him some support and land your minerals there. We got JC in here. We got, who else we got in here? Who else? We got Chambers. Big up to Chambers. Shane CFC. Jamar. Red Minerals is in here. Big up to you. He says 7ARG. Eric 7ARG. Oh, man. Stratus is in here as well. He says, big up, Johnny. For fuck's sake, it's bad. Being taken to the cleaners all day today by the dippers. Not wrong, geezer. We're drinking your tears, though. That was a bad one. That's bad. I mean, 6-0 was bad, but 7-0. Man, you guys just didn't turn up. You just didn't turn up. And it's sad, really. It's sad. I really thought you lot were going to do him. Big up to Top Bins, Mike Easy says, big up, Johnny. No wafflers, no flip-floppers. Just 119% minerals landed each and every stream. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC family. Big up to Top Bins. Big up to CFC, says Chels. We got, who else is in here? Who else is in here? Who else is in here? Guys, get in the chat. Chelsea till I die. Big up to you. We're the only team out of Arsenal, City, Man United and Spurs to go to Anfield and get a clean sheet. Well, yeah, I mean, Tommy T done all right against Liverpool, didn't he? I thought he did all right, no? Who else is there? Leo, my geezer. Leo's in here. Big up to Leo. He's landing the minerals all the time, man. The geezer's landing it. You know it all day long. We know the PR, the PR machine. The Bowley PR machine is like a McDonald's Happy Meal. That's exactly what it is. And everyone wants their toy. Oh, mate, when will you learn? Wake up. Big up to Leo as well. He knows the deal. We're mudding all the wrong uns. And listen, that wrong un, Rory Jennings, man, it's like he can't keep minerals out of his mouth. So stop watching the Minerals FC because you ain't got the minerals. And you ain't even got the minerals to say minerals. It's an absolute disgrace. It's a criminal offence for you, for minerals to come out of your mouth, out of your gob. It's absolutely disgraceful and sickening. And it just does not look right, fella. It does not look right. And you are the campaign against Chelsea. Let's have it right. So jog on. Jog on. Big up to Immortal Technique, Corey, DJ Serve, big up to you, Bill Boy. Who else we got in here? Cursor, my geezer, like secured. Big up all my dons in the chat. Big up to you. Big up to Fred as well, our Benfica fan, supporting the channel. Hope you are doing well, Fred. But Enzo, he's not having a good time at Chelsea at the minute. He really ain't. It's like all his minerals are being stripped from Potter. You know, Potter's just stripped all his minerals in a blink of an eye. And it's just so sad to see. It really is. But it is what it is. And we need to sort that out. Chelsea Blue and Blue, big up to you. Who else is in here? Who else is here? Big up to CFC Stephen, my geezer. Hope you're doing well. As always, proper Chelsea landing it in the comments. British Patriot, my geezer, all day long. Big up Chelsea old boys, proper Chelsea fella. He says big up Chelsea Dan as well. Who else we got in here? Who else we got in here? Johnny's in here. Lovely to see you, Johnny. Hannah's in here. We have to win tomorrow. You're not wrong, Hannah. Sean's in here. Big up to Sean and Francis, Richard, Bazyan, Bobby, my member. Big up, Johnny. I feel like we will get the job done tomorrow. This is not good for the long term, though, because we are out as soon as we face a real team. I mean, I can't disagree with you. I can't disagree with you. You know, I want to win. I want to go through it in the Champions League because we're Chelsea and we deserve to be there. And Dortmund, I don't really rate them that highly. But my, you know, in the long term, it's going to kill us. It's going to absolutely kill us. It's like a catch-22. You heard of that phrase? Big up to Kumba Productions. Big up to the Minerals FC, says. Elias is in here. Nathan. Big up to my geezer Nathan as well. Big up to A. And Josh Landon Suit Minerals says, no matter the result tomorrow, it's still Potter out. You know what? I actually agree with that. You know, that's a great start to the show. For me personally, my opinion is not changing. And if we do go through, it's probably because we'll be lucky. Because the way we are playing, no identity, no patterns of play, no fighting spirit, so defensive for this so-called Potter ball. And he's fighting for his life to keep his job, and rightly so, because at the end of the day, he has had stinkers after stinkers after stinkers, and he's still in this job, and it's an absolute embarrassment to us and what we are about. Big up to Josh Land and Soup Minerals, and like I say, I do not disagree with you, geezer. Who else is it? Reason here. Fred is a Benfica fan. What's he said? Johnny, the problem of Chelsea right now is Potter. You know, it's clear as day. I mean, rivals have seen it. All the rivals want us to keep this guy. Just keep him in the job. Keep him in the job. Give him time. Yeah, give him time, and we'll go further down the table. Yeah, further down to. Do you know what the laughable comment was about Felix today? He says, you know, it's about Champions League and, oh, we don't know what the future's going to bring at Chelsea, but I love it here. Yeah, let's have it right, João Felix. If we're not in the Champions League next year, you're gone. He's gone. And on top of that, we ain't paying 300 grand a week for his wages. And on top of that, almost 100 million transfer fee. So I don't know where all these little Twitter virgins and FIFA merchants on Twitter and all this are thinking that we're going to sign João Felix. As much as I'd like to sign him, but he scored one goal and he started every single game, apart from the games he was suspended. If Mount was doing that, well, let's ask the question. Mount had the same issue. Why is João Felix having the same issue? Is he a crap player? Is he a player that we should just go and sell? I don't see that same narrative. Isn't that interesting? It's called agenda, yeah? A negative agenda against Mason Mount. But there's no negative agenda against Felix. Give him time, they say. Give him time. Yeah, we've heard that one before. Big up to Game Birds as well. Listen, Patrick Bateman saying it exactly how it is, man. Proper Chelsea in here. Esteban, Don Minerals FC, big up to you. Who else is in here, guys? Let me just quickly run through and then we're going to land it. Big up to Nick Smith, my geezer, up the Chelsea. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you in here. Who else we got in here? Who else? Anthony's in here as well. Felix and the past is like watching a horror film. Blue Star FC, geezer, I hope you are well, my member. Lovely to see you in here. Blue Line Orbital as well. Special shout out to the geezer. Hope he's doing well. I haven't seen him in here, but I know he's a member and I know he supports the channel. Redskin as well. Shout out to Redskin. Big up to Sizzler as well in here. Grant's in here. Felix hasn't got the luxury of time. We ain't got him for long. You're not wrong. So, guys, anyway, before I sort of start to bring a couple guests on, I want to land what I want to get off my chest. So where should we start? Where should we start? Where should we start? I'm still waiting for Liverpool to sign Mason Mount. By the way, every article that's been put out about Liverpool Mason Mount, all reworded, saying the same thing, that they're just interested, that they're confident of getting him, that they can't afford his wages, but they're still confident getting him. Listen to the delusion. Listen to the nonsense that you think that only Liverpool is the club that Mason Mount will go to if he leaves Chelsea Football Club. You're a long way from Starbucks. Do you know what? This kid's got a list of clubs queuing up for him. All right? And it's not Liverpool. You see, why is it Liverpool? Always Liverpool. Shall I tell you why? Because Chelsea supporters hate Liverpool. And the one club that we don't want to see Minerals Mount go to is Liverpool. So it suits Bowley and it suits Egbali and the owners to shoehorn Liverpool and pay off all the brown envelopes to all the journos to push out these false narratives that Mason Mount and Liverpool close to being done deals and all this crap. Yeah, you're a long way from Starbucks, you're a long way from McDonald's, and you're definitely a long way from Minerals FC, but you ain't a long way from the woods, and you're in the woods. Yeah, I'm putting the owners in the woods because I'm not fooled by your PR stunts to turn all the Chelsea supporters against Mason Mount, to tire them out, to irritate them, to wind them up continuously about his contract and all these negotiations that you're just saying has all come to a stop. And what's interesting, Mason Mount hasn't played the last game. Yeah. Potter didn't even come out and says he wants to keep him. Potter didn't even say that he was injured. Potter didn't say that when he's talked about Reece James and Thiago Silva after the game, because it's pure agenda. It's like a criminal offence for Potter to say Mason Mount's name. And if he gets asked anything about Mason Mount, he's going to get a knock on the door in his little office, yeah? That he's so excited to be in, that he's so happy to be in the office. He's got a new office, guys. I'll try and get used to it, guys. That's life, yeah? Jog on, all right? Grow some bollocks, yeah? For starters, stop being a jellyfish yes man. Oh, yeah, but that's the deal. You signed the contract. You signed the contract. That's right. In the words of Mike Minerals Tyson, he signed the contract. He knew exactly what he was buying into. All right. So what we're doing here, the agenda, the PR is to force more hate, feed into the hate of all the supporters against Mason Minerals Mount. And it's working a treat. Doesn't work a treat with me. And what they're all going to say when Mason Mount does leave, yeah, and he doesn't go to Liverpool, what are they all going to say? Oh, Johnny's just landed the Minerals. He's just exposed us as usual. You know, it's just getting boring. And he's not even playing. He's suspended for the next game against Dortmund, and you still bring up Mason Mount. Yeah. Well, I'm going to bring up Mason Mount now. Yeah. I'm going to bring up Mason Mount right now. And we're going to land the damn Minerals. Yeah. Because that's what we are. We're the Minerals FC. And we're going to land it right now. And I'm going to share the screen with every single one of you supporting the channel. There's almost 200 of you in here. I want every single one of you to smash to pieces that like button while I do this. And let's bring up the Minerals here. Woo! Uncomfortable conversations for Todd, Bowley, Egbali, and the jellyfish. We all know the jellyfishes, yeah? Let's have it right. Jellyfishes, by the way, just to explain to everyone the term now, is jellyfishes don't have brains, yeah? They just aimlessly drift underwater, because that's what Potter is. He's a drowning fella, drowning jellyfish, yeah? And he ain't got no bite, yeah? He's not one of them jellyfish where you get bitten and you have to piss on that spot. Nah, no worry. You don't need the urine for this jellyfish. This jellyfish ain't got a problem. But let's land the Minerals. João Felix v Mason Mount. Chances created from open play. Domestic league only. Domestic leagues only. Now, let's go through. They're both similar age. Mason Mount has just turned 24. João Felix 23, I believe. Now, João Felix, 28 chances in season 18-19 for Benfica. Minerals Mount at Derby in the Championship, 51. João Felix, 15. Mason Mount, 29. João Felix, 21. Mason Mount, 46. João Felix, 18. Mason Mount, 40. João Felix, 13. Mason Mount, 22. In fact, Johan Minerals Mount, has outdone João Felix in every single season. Now, the argument people will say is, oh, but Johnny, he plays for Simeone, anti-football. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But what about Mason Mount playing out of position for all those seasons? What about that? Do we just ignore that, do we? Why don't we play João Felix out of position and see how he does? Yeah? That's the difference between Mason Mount and João Felix, bruv. Yeah? Is that he's versatile, mate. He lands the minerals. He delivers. He's our highest chance creator. Highest open chance creator. Highest GA. Highest in pressing. Highest in pass rate. Highest in dribbles. Highest in everything. All right? Apart from this season, where we lose Thomas Tuchel and we get Graham Potter, and all of a sudden, boom, rock bottom. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why. You see, this is the thing, all right? Underrated is Minerals Mount. Overrated is João Felix. João Felix hasn't won the Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup. He hasn't performed like Mason Mount at that young age, yet all of a sudden João Felix is the better player. Now the difference is, and like I always say, and where all the wrongers get it wrong, and where the ownership needs to take note, and maybe I can educate them, yeah, is that a player like João Felix, Kai Havertz, Mudryk, all these new signings, Enzo, they have to play with Mason Mount. You see, Mason Mount is a different animal, all right? They ain't got the attributes like Mason Mount. Mason Mount, you need to play like him. The moment you lose Mason Mount, like we have done for, well, how many games has he been benched now? 5, 6 games? Have we had fantastic results? No, we ain't. No, we ain't. See, the agenda's gone a bit wishy-washy with them lot. Wishy-washy because there's no excuse. You see, it's the whole team. Even Reece James look a shadow of himself, all right? But don't worry, we'll blame Mason Mount. We'll just keep blaming Mason Mount. So that's for you lot, for all coming at him. And when he does leave, which it probably will happen because the owners are thick as shit, and they think they know ball. 3 wins in 18. We love you, Bowley. 600 million. We love you, Bowley. Oh, dear. Do you know what we've become now? What we've become, which leads me on to my next point. We've become a development club. We've become, let's go and get all the youth from different continents. Let's sell all our winners in our squad. Let's sell every winner with winning mentality, and we're going to bring in all the youth. What am I hearing now? We're going to Leipzig to buy another midfielder. What is going on? Do you know what? What we're hearing about, and he ain't even a DM. Do you know what the funny thing is? We're hearing today Tammy Abraham for 70 million. Are you joking me right now? You're talking about Osimhen as well. God knows how much he's going to cost. I'm hearing strikers after strikers after strikers. Where's our DM? Where is our DM? Bowley, TikTok. Where's our DM? Yeah, it tells me Potter ain't got no say. The fact that he ain't even asking for a DM tells you everything you need to know. The fact we're not linked with not one single DM. And I'll tell you this, and the simple fact, yeah, Mason Mount leaves our football club, and anyone thinking and dreaming that you're going to get Declan Rice, you're a long way from Starbucks. In fact, Declan Rice ain't going anywhere near our project. All right, I keep warning you lot. I keep telling you lot, and no one wants to listen. All right, this project is going to be the downfall of Chelsea Football Club. This project is going to send us further down. We ain't winning nothing for a long time, mate. Yeah, this is called the project, the PR process. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, and it's only a matter of time before you lot realise maybe next season, the season after that. When do you wake up? When do you wake up that they're destroying us inside, behind the scenes? Outside, it's all rosy, mate. We got Matt Law. Who else we got? David Ornstein, Fabrizio. Oh, mate. Ben Jacobs. you know, Nizar, hello, yeah, let's have it right. Can you put this story out, please? Can you put that out, please? This is the going rate now. And we'll get our sources to give you the information and you just all the details and you put it out. Don't kid me. I'm too sharp for your moves, yeah? All right. You're billionaires, but you're running like little children on Cowboys, and it's very, very poor. You know, I'm not buying your project. Your project stinks. Everything about it stinks. And when people will realize is the moment we sell all of our experienced players and they will all go and they'll all go in the summer and we're all gonna bring in youth and everyone's gonna go, hold on a minute, where's all our winning players from the Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup? Cry your eyes out, it's too late, you didn't listen, you kept on feeding into it, the shiny Happy Meal toys being thrown out, all these lovely little sign-ins and all these lovely little news stories. Oh, we're getting this player, we're getting that player. In fact, they're just feeding on all the FIFA merchants. That's what they're doing. You know, I love smashing it and being right. And I guarantee you, I'm right. Big up to Chelsea Mitch Boy Lansdowne. He says MN19, don't give him his P's. Felix with worse stats, sign him up with higher P's. Yeah. Exactly. But listen, the owners know best. The owners know football. Of course they do. And oh yeah, I forgot Christopher Vell, Paul Winstanley, Joe Shields. They've all got the keys, right? I don't know about that. Big up to Mitchie there. Slan the soup minerals. You know, this is it. It's called Yes Man Tax. They're fighting tooth and nail to keep this guy. And even if we lose tomorrow, what's the bet? What's the odds? What's the shock horror odds that Graham Potter stays till the end of the season and they'll say, do you know what? We haven't got anything to play for. We're just going to try and keep up the table and stay in the league. And then what? We'll give him a pre-season. No, I'm not having it. And I know a lot of Chelsea supporters will not have it. And let's have it right. You know, in baseball, they don't have relegation. I think Bowley and Egbali need to wake up and realise that there is relegation in the Premier League. And we could go down in the Championship if you keep this waste man of a jellyfish. Yeah. Irrespective if he wins tomorrow. Yeah. Irrespective. All right. And it's clever. The PR is fantastic. Because if you say you want to lose because you want him out, you're a plastic. If you want to win, all the narrative is we want to win. Of course we want to win. We want to go through the Champions League, but with that comes a very, very hefty price. A very, very hefty price, which has a smug fucking owner called Todd Bowley, who is the only one vouching for this guy, and he's hanging on one hair on a nutsack. All right, because all the suits and boots upstairs, they're a bit concerned. So I'm very concerned. And stop giving me all this striker talk. Stop giving me all these striker targets. What are you looking at Tammy Abraham for? You know, really? Another young player who we sold and we have to pay 70 million to bring him? 70 million? Where's my DM? Go and get me a DM for 70 million, you wrong-uns. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? How many more times do we have to keep saying it? That's 2 transfer windows. Yeah, and that's middle fingers up as well. 2 transfer windows and still no DM. Oh, don't worry, guys. We've got Zachariah. Yeah. What, is he Chelsea level? Oh, mate, we're in trouble, mate. You know. You know, it's just like, yes, man, tax is real, and we are paying a very, very hefty price for it, guys. We're paying a hefty price for it, and it's sickening, guys. It's absolutely sickening, and I'm done with it. Now, I want to bring something up, all right? I want to bring something up here. So, obviously, what I did mention is journalists are getting their paychecks. We know that, guys. Basically, just to keep the Minerals Mount agenda in full flow. After what? 3 wins in 18. Turning the fans on the Minerals man, who's got won back-to-back player season, highest in everything. You know the drill. I don't have to keep telling you guys here at Minerals FC because you know he's a baller. And even the jellyfish won't speak on him. And this is the thing. They're pushing this Mount agenda to take away all the distraction and all the noise and all the heat away from the yes man. And the fact that we have won 3 games in 18, which is relegation form, sackable offence, and yet no one questions it. Everyone just diverts all their anger and all their kind of like frustration on Mason Mount. But I want to bring up something very, very tasty today. Yeah. Did you know that Liverpool have scored more goals today, well, yesterday, should I say, than we have in our last 17 games? All right. Meanwhile, our owners have gone and spent 600 million, sacked Thomas Tuchel, who won 3 major honours in 14 months, which Klopp and Pep Guardiola never done. All right. No Ten Hag's done that. All right. And had Klopp and Pep put in spiffs, mate. Yeah, let's have it right. To then replace him with a yes man and get 3 wins in 18 games. And let's not forget that we got top 4 in 3 consecutive seasons, back to back. And one of those seasons was Frankie Lampard. And Frankie Lampard had 1 year managerial experience in the Championship, all right? Just coaching badges before that. He had no Eden Hazard coming to Chelsea, transfer ban, brought through youth, and he still got top 4. That is what you call elite minerals, elite mentality, and having an elite ownership. Because no matter what, Frank Lampard knew what he had to do, and he went and delivered because of the pressure from the owners. And the owner was Roman Abramovich. This owner, wishy-washy, no backbone, all a bundle of laughs. And this guy is just happy to keep paying the PR and to feed out the Tuchel agenda, the Mount agenda, and all the agendas against all the things that don't go according to their process and their plan, their stinky little process, stinky plan, yeah? When we had a goat of an owner who's proper Chelsea, these owners will never be like Roman Abramovich. They will never do what Roman Abramovich has done. If you think that they will, you're a long way from Starbucks. This guy, instead, is the PR merchant, all right? And on top of that, he's stressed, guys. He's worried. And we know he's worried, you know? But let's have it right. Todd Boehly is a 10% merchant. He ain't the sole owner. He ain't got the majority share. He's just a face. He's just a puppet. And he'll take all the brunt of it. And Egbali's just as powerful behind the scenes. Let's have it right. They're both hand in hand. So, what do we do as supporters? We have to make a stand. And I have to keep saying it all the time. But no one's listening. All they want to do is feed into the PR. You're all Happy Meal merchants. You're buying Boehly's Happy Meals without even knowing it. Do you know what? It's costing you nothing. It's for free. And he's throwing you all those little toys, those little colouring books. And you're having a laugh on the timeline, you know? You're feeding into it. You ain't got a clue, mate. You haven't got a clue about what the structure is behind the scenes. And if you did know, you'd be just like me. But the thing is, there's only one Johnny Minerals. That's the difference. Like they say, there's only one Slim Shady. Yeah. And you could call me that. I'll take that title, Slim Shady. Yeah, I'll take it because I spit it. And my spit, yeah, is venomous and powerful. And the journos know it. And they're all aware of the Minerals FC. I ain't blowing smoke up my own trumpet out of my own arse. I'm just telling you how it is. And I will continue. And I'm not going to stop. The little puppets like Rory Jennings, they say Minerals for a reason, you see. They say it because they're rattled. They don't like it. They don't like someone with free speech. They don't like it. They don't like a platform they cannot control. And Boehly, the owners, the brown envelopes can never control Minerals FC. I will never be bought. Let's have it right. And that's why this channel is the one and only channel it is. And everyone on here supporting this channel, Minerals Generals, every single one of you. And you understand it, yeah? Because I'm done. I'm done with seeing all this shit. I'm done with seeing agendas being thrown about, all right? And mine ain't even agenda. Do you know what mine is? I don't say agenda. I'm not doing agenda. I'm telling the truth. And the thing is, the truth hurts. But a lot of people can't comprehend the truth, or they don't want to face the truth, because the truth makes you so depressed because of where our club is going to go. All right. If we do not stop their model, it's not about who's in charge with Graham Potter. Graham Potter can leave. You see what I mean? I'm getting taken down everywhere. Everywhere I'm getting taken down. All right. Let me just run through the chat, guys. Let me run through the chat. I've even spoken about half the stuff I want to speak. Big up to super silky Germans, Kai Havertz, yeah, penalty taker. Remember the penalty he scored? Club World Cup to win it. Ice cold minerals, mate. Ice cold. Banged it away with immense pressure at 22 years old. Let's have it right. Or was he 21? I think he was 21, sorry. He was 21. Was he 22? I think he was 22. Either still. Ain't none of our players in our entire squad achieved that. Ain't none of our players like Mason Mount and Kai Havertz deliver the clutch moments. Yeah? All right? But yet they get all the prop because they're Bowley's toys. And that's when I talk to you about Happy Meals. Happy Meal galore. Happy Meal galore. Like I say, I'll go into McDonald's. I'll get a Big Mac, Big Tasty, double cheeseburger, bacon, extra cheese, Pepsi, Fanta, the lot. Yeah? McFlurries, 19 chicken nuggets, all the dips, all the sauces. Yeah? Extra large, super size. Yeah, I don't buy into these Happy Meals. These Happy Meals are a cheap date. Yeah, let's have it right. Anyway, let me get some people on. We're going to land the minerals now. We're going to land the minerals. While I do that, I want every single one of you to smash the pieces the like button. Every single one of you smash the pieces the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Minerals FC. All right, let me just get this. And let's have it right. Another one. Did Graham Potter mention that Mason Mount was suspended for the Dortmund game? No, he did not. He doesn't speak a word of Mason Mount. They are forcing Mason Mount out. If Mason Mount wants to leave, guys, I want to push that narrative and that message, and it's facts, yeah, because I know 119% this baller loves Chelsea, wants to stay at Chelsea. He's been forced out. The PR, the Chelsea admin. Tell me when Mason Mount was on the Chelsea admin. You can't even remember when he was on the Chelsea admin. Let's have it right. You can't even remember. You can't even remember. Because he hasn't been on there for God knows how long. It must be 2-3 weeks. He hasn't been on anything. No training, no pics. And what we're getting in the PR, all we're getting in the PR is what? All the new signings. Can someone explain to me Felix is a lone player and he's coming out with Graham Potter for the press conference? Someone please explain that to me. Someone explain it to me. He's not even our player. And he's leading out like he's some sort of captain. Fucking jog on. Jog on. Don't buy into the PR, man. What's wrong with you lot? Long way from Starbucks, mate. Every single one of you, long way from Starbucks, mate. Joke, honestly. All right, so let me sort it out. Get wound up, man. Let me know if my connection's all right and I'm not lagging and all that jazz. Let me know, guys. All right, so that's all done. Guys, hit that like button as well. If you haven't smashed the like button, hit that like button. We've got over 200 of you in here. Every single one of you smash the pieces the like button, and we're going to land the minerals. My screen looks like Tetris. All right, guys, let me sort that out. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me sort this out. Crying All right, we should be back on now. It's okay now. Let's go. All right. We're good, yeah? We're good. All right, let's go. Let's land the minerals. Let's go. My geezer, proper Chelsea old boys. How are we doing, geez?
Big up, Johnny. Big up to all the Minerals FC family. Smash those likes. You know what to do. Yeah. Hope everyone's well. So, yeah. We got loads and loads of things to land tonight, mate.
Well,
Yeah.
just meet yourself, geez. Meet yourself, Tom.
Well,
you might have to switch off the stream, geez. All right, let's go. So we got Chelsea old boys. We've got Tom in here as well. The STs are in the house. Let's go. Let's land it. Chelsea old boys, we'll start with you, my geezer. How are you doing?
Doing really well, mate. Doing really well. Except for Saturday, because nothing hides really that performance. You know, I mean, it still stinks. You know, let's be honest. The guy shouldn't even be in the job. You know what I mean, this is just like terrible. Really, really not happy. So, I mean, just a few things like about the game. Anyway, I mean, yeah, we press higher, okay, and well, whenever we press high, and we score loads of goals and that within our positions, making rival teams just makes more mistakes. So when we had TT, it was an all-round team with like goals coming from everywhere in the team. So in a nutshell, TT was like a problem solver. So and what we had with TT was just completely different class than that. So Rotter Potter now, he's not even a problem solver, and it's evident. And that's the records really stand. It's evident for everyone to see, really, with the data as well. I mean, what a joke, you know. So, but anyway, I mean, again, Saturday there was no ball IQ, no pattern, no leadership, not even basics really. Our play was really poor once again, I think. Again, same. No little patterns, and it was just terrible substitutions at the wrong times and the wrong players coming on, really. His in-game like adjustments as well, not good. We pressed all right, but once Leeds adjusted to it, they just started running through us with ease, really. Hence, that's why, you know, reverted back to the defensive formation, really. So the other problem as well, a lot of our players have just run all into the same sort of areas of the pitch when they should be in a better position to take a 1-2, create spaces. So it's like really just one-dimensional, really. You know, I mean, let alone super creative patterns all over the pitch, which we want with chemistry. So and the right ball, you know, forward with intricate passes into spaces with players who are connecting with a telepathy IQ, no aggressive aggression with power play, no fast, accurate, style with players, interchanging with speed or any accuracy, passing ability, knowing their positions and their duties with mental strengths, you know, coming well. And this all really stems from Potter and all his coaches. So, and that should be evident on the training field and transferring it onto match day. So, I mean,
we were shocked.
Yeah, we are.
We were poor.
Yeah. But on top of that, I mean, the most important ingredient as well, we can't even fucking score in open play as well. You know, I mean, what a joke! What a joke! You know, it's just not right. So it's and really, let's be honest now. This is life, isn't it? That's life.
That's
we had to rely on a brilliant display, really. Once again, you know, from Wes coming back from injury, and really that saved the Jelly Ben's Rotter Potable, you know, for another lifeline, really, you know, till the end of the season. And yet this fraud set up a defensive strategy. Okay, I mean, I'm going to yawn now as well, especially with those substitutes to hold off Leeds at home when clearly Potter wasn't the one who set this way up, really. Let's be honest. It's not as if he's got any genius application, you know. I mean, to set up with a 3-4-3 system, because we all know who done that, didn't we? And that's our super Tommy T, you know, who used to play like that. And we didn't even have DMs. So I I still don't understand, you know. So, you know, he keeps switching these systems. Well, clearly, switching the systems, he knows he had to go to 3-4-3. We don't have DMs, you know. I just don't understand it. And again, it was so appalling, man. It's like watching a relegation scrap. You know, it's like watching Telford United, mate, and Scunthorpe and Accrington Stanley with purple. You know, and I'm not fucking happy whatsoever. You know, watching this sort of crap. You know, so and really, where are we heading? Where are we actually fucking heading, man? I get so pissed off. You know,
This is what I'm stressing, Geez, is that it's the project behind the scenes that's dictating where we're going, and everything is down to this manager that they've hired. This guy's a joke, right? We all know that. Everyone can see it. You know, no one wants him here. You've even got supporters calling up TalkSport saying, "I want to lose just to get him out." Right, and then you know that's the narrative.
And I was one of them, Johnny, as well, mate. Sorry, I keep butting in. I was one of them, you know. So, and on top of that, you know, we're on the top, right, looking down on all the rivals, right, being ruthless, you know, being a winning machine, you know. That's the way we was, you know. And now, fucking look at us now, man, for fuck's sake, right? And we are to trust this muppet, no brave flip flop fucking yes man, you know what I mean? And look, I put over 15k per year, right? Like go home and away, overseas, right? Well, going to Europe and all of that. And with these stats, right, and these facts, right, and I'm going to bang this out there. That's life, okay? That's life because it's 3 wins out of 18. And I repeat, yes, people, remember this, all right? Everyone who's listening there, okay, on the Minerals FC show, the best fucking show, smash all those likes, all right? Like 18 times, all right? Well, 18, all right? 18 games, 3 wins. That's not right, man. That's not right. And this man is still coaching our elite Chelsea, man. I'm really not happy. Really not happy, you know. So he's got a job on, you know. And how can they even compare Lampard with Potter, man? These guys are a joke, man. You know, let alone a superstar elite coach, all right, in the name of Super Thomas Tuchel, bruv. You know what I mean? Going up the Roman, bruv. You know, he was ruthless, the world's best owner. So I'm going to say one thing to both in that they best buck up their ideas, mate. You know, all right, because we just had enough. You know, buck up your ideas and sack this guy, man. Get this rotten pot of crap out of my fucking club. You know, just fed up with it. You know, it's just not right.
It's draining, and all the PR as well. It's just relentless.
I'm going to give you some sort of PR, right? So if we had advertising boards, right, around our pitch, okay, what would you call them? Yeah, come on, everybody think about this now, all right? And before you do that, smash all the likes. And I'll tell you what I'm going to call them, right? The first one would be a Brown Envelope FC, the Shovel FC, Yes Man Tax FC, Mini Digger FC, right? Change Music FC, Wanted to Lose FC, Cement Mixer FC, Scrappy Win FC, PR-FC, Excuses FC, and Pantomime FC. And let's not forget about this one, the 4-4-3 FC, all right? And not happy. Trust me, yeah? Oh, the other one as well, I can put a few more in there. And this is amazing. No kahunas, bruv. Yeah? Trust me, right?
Oh, legendary.
I'll be honest, all right? I did say 12, didn't I? I did say 12. It's actually 15 because that's the type of fucking bullcrap, wishy-washy crap which we hear from Bowley, all right, when they are feeding us with all this rubbish. You know, I mean, what a joke. Even the players didn't look happy, all right? When they were warming, you could see it. You could see it. They weren't themselves again. No tenacity, no focus. And another bad thing, embarrassing. When we scored, you can hear it around the ground, all right? They're singing, you know, they're singing one of the worst songs ever, man. You know, we scored a goal. I mean, come on, man. I'll tell you what, you will never catch me and my pals ever sing anything like
That's
that.
Live FC's
you know?
done me in, man.
I know. I'll tell you what, the only thing we ever sing, all right, it's just, we just boast with like ruthless winning elite, you know, singing stuff. It's just crap. Seriously.
Man.
I've had enough with it. You know? So
What a legend,
And- and
guys. Listen,
I'll
for
tell you
that.
another
Like
thing.
for that.
Yeah, sorry, Johnny. I know. I just had to like throw that in the mix. You know what I mean? But it's like Bowley picking the team right and orchestrating, and he thinks it's a 4-4-3. Well, even if we did play with a 4-4-3 with an extra man, we'd still be shockingly the same, or even worse, bruv. You know what I mean? Oh, it's just mad. Can you imagine extra man? Right, we're playing 4-4-3. We still wouldn't win. Fucking hell! What a
The
joke.
boys gave everything FC.
It is, isn't it? That's my holding board, man. It'll be all around the fucking stadium. Trust me. Yeah. I know. Yeah, you know, it's another stat with a 3-4-3, right? And this is where Tuchel was so right, because we don't have DMs, right? We've actually won more games in the back three. We have scored more goals in the back three, and we've conceded less goals in the back three, and that's facts. You know. And on top of that, he's got to use the Thomas Tuchel fucking secret. You know what I mean? The formula. It's ridiculous. Really.
Fucking
It's
dying,
true,
bro.
isn't it? I mean, I'm just fed up with it. You know, I can just go on and on and on. And, you know.
Just keep landing it, man. Keep the
Well,
chatter off on one. They're all in stitches. Big up to Tom, Chelsea Old Boys. Meet Tom as well. Introduce yourself. But I'll tell you what an introduction, guys. What an introduction on the Minerals FC, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Land your likes on the Minerals.
Am I coming through all right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud. Crystal, mate. Crystal.
Brilliant. So, good evening, Johnny. Good evening, Old Boys and the Mineral Army. Great. You've got me in stitches there, Old Boys. Absolutely landing it, mate.
Oh, man. Cheers, pal.
I can't really follow that, but I just want to give you my take on Saturday, really, and what it was like for me going down there. So, first thing I'd say is Bowley's got the fan base hypnotised, hasn't he? We're all like walking around like fucking zombies. There's no atmosphere. Everybody's a lot of the people don't want to openly slag the club off, but they don't want to openly get behind the club at this time. So the atmosphere is weird at the moment. I don't know if it's picking it up where you guys are, but really, really strange atmosphere. And Tottenham away the week before, I've never known anything like it. Going away there, like I say, the Walking Dead FC. So what did he do? What did he do? He played 5 at the back, didn't he? Right. So we had the usual 15 minutes, you know, Duracell running around like we cared, and then 15 minutes in, after we'd had a few chances, that was it. The aggression had gone. The energy had just sapped out of us. And when I look at that versus the top teams, when you see the likes of, I hate to say it, Arsenal when they came to our place, their energy and their enthusiasm, Liverpool on the clock when they're on it, we could play like that for 15 minutes. After that, we're just, body language is shit. The front three, after like 15 minutes, were just, to me, was just like 3 individuals. I thought Havertz played well. I know people will focus on that chance that he missed, but he set up Chilwell, didn't he? And then the other thing is, what is Ruben Loftus-Cheek at right back? What at right wing back? What is all that about? Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna,
TT done it, but you know,
he played him in the Bernabeu, didn't he? Right, he played a masterstroke, but that was a specific game, a specific role. That's Real Madrid in a Champions League knockout when you got to win 3-0. Yeah, you got to win in the Bernabeu. Yeah, not Leeds at home. Look, if you're going to play Loftus-Cheek, play him. But how many right-sided players have we got in the club? We've got about 4 million, haven't we? And he's playing a centre midfielder with no legs on the right wing. So I didn't get it. Play him in the middle, but he's not a wing back, is he? And then, okay, we get a goal. You know, good bit of dice ball going on, wasn't it? Flick on from the corner and that. But I couldn't believe what he did on 65 minutes. He went 3-6-1, didn't he? 3-6-1 FC.
He went Deutsch ball, mate.
He
That's
went,
what he did.
he went 3-6-1, didn't he? When the board came up and Sterling and Felix were coming off, I was happy with that. I thought, yeah, refresh the front three. Let's get Auber on. Let's get Mudryk on. Any of these attacking players. And then he brings, who did he bring on? He brought Zachariah and Galadog, didn't he? He brought them on. And who are just ball winners, aren't they? So we then spend the next 25 minutes going for life and death with fucking Leeds. Leeds, who was shy at the bottom of the league. And he decides to go and basically 25 minutes, half an hour, clinging on. And to me, that just demonstrated how much the guy is absolutely on his last legs and shitting it. Because if that is potable, if we've hired a manager on 12 million a year that after 65 minutes to a team at the bottom of the league goes 6 in midfield and 5 at the back. I mean, we've been duped, haven't we? Have you seen anything from Potter that gives you any indication that he's a world-class manager, or he's got a pattern of play that is groundbreaking? And you've got all these other managers saying, "Oh, give him a chance." It's a backhanded insult, isn't it? When you've got managers saying like Pep and Arteta saying, "Oh yeah, he's a brilliant manager." That you don't want your manager to be called a brilliant manager, do you? It's a fucking backhanded insult.
Do you know what? We're basically we are basically now Bowley FC.
Yeah. And then the final thing is, I didn't like what he did. Came down right in front of the East Stand at the end. What's the owner coming down to the side like that?
Staged.
Why?
It's staged.
Why the fuck? But he sits like, to get from where he sits to there, it's a fucking 20-minute walk. Oh, so I didn't like that.
This is the thing, Tom. Yeah, he didn't come out for what? Fucking how many games? 9 games in a row. He didn't come out. No, he came out for Crystal Palace. He went on Twitter Spaces. Oh, look at me, Bowley. We won a game. Then we go on this horrible run, and now we've won another game. Where are they? Oh, he's out there in front of the cameras. It's a result, FC. It's a result, FC. It's a win. Great win. Jog on, man. This is a mockery.
Well, it makes you realise they've got big egos, haven't they? Because he don't want to be sat out the way, behind the scenes, making the club better. I think they're in awe of it. I really do. I think they don't know how to handle it, and he's got to watch it as well, because if he doesn't come up with the goods in 6 months' time, if we're not competing, we're not in the Champions League, he'll be on his way and all.
Sorry, Chelsea up.
He's still laughing, aren't you, Johnny?
Yeah, but look at this one. This one's a killer. Not that one. Fucking Chelsea Old Boys and Hove Albion FC.
Oi, we've been Brightonised, man. We've been Brightonised.
Oh, man.
Go on. We got a mother, man.
Oh my God.
Listen, this is what it's all about. You know what? We're so far in the mud. We're in the woods. Literally, we are in the woods as a club at the minute. And
I'll end my slot on a positive up to now. We won a game. Yeah, I don't ever want. I had mixed feelings. I get what they're saying. That guy, I listened to that guy on TalkSport. I had mixed feelings, but I don't want to go down the bridge and see us lose ever. I want Chelsea to win every football match.
Tom, thank God we did win, because now it's only 6 points to safety. So that's a good thing, you know.
Well, and we've got some fucking tough games coming up, haven't we? We've got Liverpool, we've got Arsenal away, United away, City away.
Yeah.
Fucking Ada. Can imagine what the fan bet. I can imagine what it's a result. He's not going to be coming on the dugout that day, is he? Old fucking
Johnny, are you
Bowley ball.
Huh?
You were laughing gas.
Look, I'm like a balloon at the minute. I've all gone all red. Oh man.
Oh.
God, crying out loud,
Let's
guys.
get serious on another note here as well, right? So if we look at like the youth setup, what they're trying to do there now, right? So I've thought about something like experience versus youth, right? So imagine selling all our experienced players, right? Let's say 7 to 8, okay? Do they actually know the magnitude and the effect, what will happen, and to actually replace these players? You know, I don't fully understand. And we all know.
Let's go through it. Go through the players. Go through the players we're going to lose.
Well, we kind of know. I'm talking about a lot of the experience, like Mount, Havertz, so Kante, so Koulibaly, even Sterling, Kova. It's a few more we can actually add in there. Obviously, Aubameyang as well. I mean, we don't even want him anyway, but
Ziyech, I know we don't want him, but he's still experienced.
Yeah, he's got something there, you know what I mean? But he's toxic, and get biscuits out, biscuit policy out, you know what I mean? But if you think about it, you can't conquer the world with a team full of youths as well, So in reality, without experienced players who are leaders, vocal, inspirational, and super energetic sort of work rate, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So they got to change that sort of mentality completely. We need.
I don't want to see Chelsea sign any other players unless they're oven ready, top class professional, world class internationals. Yeah. I don't want any more.
We're not Tom.
Kids.
But we're not.
No, but
we're looking.
I'd rather not sign any more players. I want 25, 26, 27-year-old has played 200-300 games in a top league, has won a tournament. Yeah, I want a top baller. I don't want some random guy from Leipzig who's nobody's ever heard of. Yeah, fine. He might be great in 5 years, but
I know
we've got a million of those, haven't we?
Tom, I actually think the type of players, especially the young players that we've got, the Santoses right up to the Enzos, I think we've done a real great job. I'm putting my faith into this board now, okay, where they will actually go out and get a couple of experienced players. They must understand that and know that. We can't be employing all these recruitment guys like Vivels, Winstanley, Joe Shields.
Old boys. Who though? What experienced player is going to come to Chelsea right now?
I understand that, but at the end of the season, because look, we must remember we are in league still. So even if we're not in the Champions League or in the Europe, we can still attract the players. Trust me, I know that. I've seen it. Yeah, and it will happen. So, but the boards with these recruitment guys must understand we need a spine with experience to help the youth. Otherwise,
but Chelsea old boys. They clearly don't, because we've got 2 windows spending 600 million, and we bought a DM.
I know. I understand that.
I mean,
I know, and we need.
And we're looking at attackers again.
Years.
And we're signing 15-year-olds from Costa Rica, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Did you see that one last week?
Well, it's another
15-year-old. See that? That slipped me.
It's like we signed some 15-year-old. After Colombia, Brazil, Costa Rica, for millions.
Kendrick Pires.
Oh, that one, the Ecuadorian. Ecuadorian. He's 15, 15.
15, man. You can't play for fucking about 3 years.
Well,
we'll be fucking in League One by then.
Oh, one sec. I just got to...
Johnny, you're finished.
Listen, big up to Josh. Josh in this. Big up, guys. Loving the stream. Keep landing it. But curses. I ain't gonna put it up. But curses. Oh, I'm done. Oh man.
Oh my God. As British Patriots said, let it out, Johnny, let it out. God, son.
Do you know what? I'm so depressed, man, with our club. That this is fantastic. This is therapy. Oh, man. Cursor.
Mate.
What a geezer.
Oh,
what a geezer.
You know what I mean? Get beat 1-2-0 at Tottenham. So let's put a news story out there that we're signing a 15-year-old.
Oh, yeah, I know.
on
But
Matt Law.
Tom, you keep banging on about these youth players, all right? But if you actually look at what's his name, Moses Casido, yeah, he's actually a good little player. And a lot of these Ecuadorian, right?
They probably think Mason Mount's retiring.
Yeah, Mason Mount's like a 33-year-old, isn't it? You know, in the way we're going. Do you know what I mean? This is just a joke, man. Minerals, man, Kai Havertz, right? They even started their
They're
career.
at the end of their career.
Where are all these kids coming from? Where's the Ballacks, man?
Yeah.
Where's
Well, they
Lampard?
sold Jorginho,
Ballads,
didn't they?
Makaleles.
Yeah, man. It's like that's never going to happen at Chelsea. We're never going to get them players again. Oh, these lot are suspect. These lot must be Epstein Island merchants. I'm telling you, these owners.
Epstein FC.
Epstein Island FC merchants.
Oh man,
That's what we got running our club. Let's have it right. Oh, mate.
Oh man,
It's concerning. It's a real concern. It's a real concern.
I would personally not sign any more players than sign loads of kids. I really would, because we've got Cobham, haven't we?
Yeah.
What happened to the
do.
model of having Cobham for the young players and the experienced players you get your checkbook out for?
Yeah, I know, but look. I understand you guys don't see it the way I see it a little bit here. So we do have Cobham. We are going to keep it, but we've gone out to get the hottest prospects around the world. Okay, that's fine. Keep it at that. At the end of the season, I'm gonna just a little bit of slack. I'm gonna loosen up on them. Yeah, I want to see that they are going to go and attract some of the experience now. They need to do that. If they don't do that, then they're gonna hear me land in the mirrors even more. Yeah. So and we're gonna voice our concerns about that. You know. And they're going to know.
Chelsea, do you actually think, right? Yeah. Do you actually think they give a toss right now?
Not now, but in the next transfer window, they're going to sit down and evaluate it, and they have to, because if they don't, then none of them know what the fuck they're doing.
But we know Potter's a yes man, so like it's like they're running the game.
Yeah,
they've got no idea about football. They're buying all these young talents, right? And they're trying to build a team like that. They're trying to build a super youth team. That's the scary thing.
I know, Johnny. But if we're hiring people like Vival, Joe Shields, and if we get Michael Edwards, the DOF,
I don't think he'll come.
They have to make the plan, all right, to mix in with the experience. They have to do that. If they don't do it, there's no point in having all these guys in there. Yeah, and then we might as well become, Chelsea Youth FC. So
we're basically heading that way. We're basically heading that way.
I know that. I understand that. We can all see that, Johnny. But I just want to see what they're going to do in the summer. Yeah, if they don't do that, then I don't understand.
I just think that getting the youth from where youth works, and you look at the classic United team, or you look at Chelsea under Frank, you bring 2 or 3 or 4 players through from your own academy and bed them in together. Where have you ever known in world football a success from plucking youth players from all different parts of the world, bringing them together, bringing them to London together, and then expecting we're going to compete with the likes of Liverpool and City and that?
It's not.
It's not going to work.
It's deluded.
We know
deluded.
that, Tom. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We all agree on that subject, 100%. Yeah, 100%. But I would say 4 to 5 players there who we have actually brought in, they are ready to come into our team. I mean, Baddy's doing really well. Yeah, you can see that Enzo is a baller. Obviously, he needs a DM to help him. Mudryk, I think Mudryk's confidence being shot to pieces because of Potter, because they're not training him properly on the training pitch. It's like, the kid's got all these flicks and, all these 5-star skills. So when he's in our box, they didn't train him properly to tell the kid, stop doing all these fancy flicks and do him up there. Just play the easy ball, hold it, do a 1-2 and spin off, It's down to the training. Yeah, so it's not that kid, and then they take him off at half time, so they shot his confidence to pieces. So it's not his fault, you know. So they've got a lot to blame on that. So we need to give them, just a little bit of a chance on this transfer window. If they don't rectify, then yeah, I'm going to be on top of them. But so the rest of the ballers, these young players and that, we just give them a chance for that. I mean,
Can I say this?
though. Yeah, I will
go
say
on.
one thing though. Kasadi at Reading, he's balling out. He scored a goal. He's playing really well as a DM. So they've done some good stuff there.
But my thing is this, Geese. My thing is this: the moment you sacked the elite gaffer and you brought in a gaffer that's not won nothing, isn't proven, all he's good at is keeping a team in the league.
Oh no!
Right, that is the moment
you
lose your winning mentality.
Yeah,
you lose the respect of all the winning players in our squad that are young.
Definitely.
And this is the problem that the owners have put on us, and why I get so upset is because that's destroyed us like that. Just that.
I know. So I'm really glad you brought that up. So I want to say something else. Right? I'm going to give you another example of youth. All right. So an example of youth with experience. All right. When we got Lampard in, okay, all right. He in his first season, all right, he surpassed, all right, Potterball, okay, aka the jellyfish, by a milestone, all right. Make that, actually make that 10. He surpassed him 10 times, all right. So I mean, we just, it's cost us so much. So we done so much under Roman, all right, and that's facts, and we won so much, all right. And that season we got banned for transfer window, all right.
Yeah.
On top of that, I mean,
no Hazard.
Yeah, I'm going to come to that as well. I mean, Roman was so superior, I thought, okay, but they just wanted him all out as well, and that season was hard. All right, I'll tell you the difference between Roman and Bowley. Even that season when we got a transfer ban, do you know? All right, we couldn't even sign no player. Roman still signed a player. All right, who was that?
Cover.
Exactly. I mean, that's just saying something, and he done that on purpose.
And he got Pulisic just before that as well, didn't he? Remember?
Of course.
In the Jan,
yeah. Because he knew he was losing Hazard.
Yeah, and then obviously Hazard left us, right? Okay, but then the major gains, especially, with Hazard, I'm going to tell you another thing, all right? The major gains and the amount of money we made, all right? I'm going to clap out for Marina here, all right? It was unbelievable, all those add-ons, all right? And especially with 1 year left on this contract. I mean, I think we actually earned, I think it's about 160 altogether. I mean, that is amazing, okay? So that just shows you the superpower business model of the elite minerals, all right, which we had, all right? And then, obviously, with Sarri gone and everything, obviously, he shat himself, obviously, because we had the transfer ban, we had anything. And in fact, I felt sorry for Sarri. Probably the minute he heard that we had the transfer ban and
he was gone.
He probably smoked another extra 2 packets of cigarettes a day, bruv. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just mad. I could just imagine that. So, and there was only one guy to take that job. And that was Super Minerals Frankie Lampard, mate. Yeah, with loaded balls, bruv. He had full loaded balls of minerals, man, with under pressure and everything. Nobody else actually wanted it, So let's see it this way, he took us top 4, mate, yeah, with all those youths, all right? And he blended the experience with them. Plus, he took us to a final. Okay, he lost and everything. We understand. Right, that's fine. But, and he was on 5 million a year as well, And then, obviously, I'm going to give him another credit here. Jody Morris as well. He bought Jody Morris because they were working. You know why? Jody Morris, Andy Myers, okay, they were working with the youth setup and they knew all their strengths as well. That's why they brought them all in, and that is just amazing. They knew everything about them. So they had knowledge, all right? And they created a brilliant youth with experience, and that got us to the top 4 with Champions League, and the FA Cup final. I mean, that's
top
just
3,
like
wasn't it?
minerals. Right?
Got stirred,
But why,
didn't he?
why have we? This is what I'm saying. Like everyone come at Lamps, yeah, all the idiots, yeah. The true supporters love Super Frank. We didn't want him to get sacked at the moment. He did. I think he deserved a little bit, but that's Roman. Roman is Roman, and when Roman knew he had the chance to get a manager like Thomas Tuchel, he went straight for it because he wanted him from the start of the season. Let's have it right. That's why we bought Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
They already had it planned.
yeah.
I think they knew that Frank was a little bit too inexperienced to then go to that next level and with the money we spent compete.
Yeah.
And then obviously he went down, had us sitting ninth, and that's where they pulled the plug. But in reality, what Super Frank did, what Graham Jellyfish Yes Man Potter can't do, is Frank Lampard laid the foundations with the inexperience that he had and the players that he brought through. This yes man's coming after an elite gaffer. These owners are coming and they're fucking selling off all our Cobham boys, all the DNA, all the foundations of our football club, and we're sitting here going out across all different continents buying 16-year-olds and 18-year-olds when we've got fucking all the elite quality in our youth. And it's like, when do people wake up? No, because they've got agendas. They just want to get rid of all our Cobham boys, apart from Reece James. No, don't touch Reece James, who, let's have it right. I've got a stat here. Let me just land this one. This one will shock you, all right? This is shocking, all right? Everyone goes on about James. There's no dispute. James is a baller, man. He's an unbelievable player. That's no dispute. But did you know that he's missed 68 games in 2.5 seasons? 68 games.
I know. That's a hell of a lot.
And you look at Mason Mount, he ain't missed hardly any games. No. In fact, they're dropping him, they're putting him on the bench.
Yeah.
I think the worry for Mount is, and is only going to compound the situation at Chelsea, is the England squad's going to be announced in about 2 weeks' time, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we've got an international, and if he's in the England squad, right, because another jellyfish, South Gareth Jellygate. He's going to. What's the name?
Sorry.
Waistcoast fish.
Yeah. No,
if he drops Mount, right, it's just gonna make it even worse for Mount. Yeah. He's going to think, I've lost my place in the England team. I'm not going to play in Europe next season. I'm not being loved. No, we need to show him a lot more respect.
I'm at that point now. He's going to go, guys. Mount is going to go, and I don't. And it's not about money, which is the narrative they're pushing. Yeah. It's not about the money. This is about respect. All right, being valued. All right, and the biggest thing of all, all right, is the project. And he's looking at the state of the club, and that is so not Roman, and it's not the Chelsea he knows that he's brought up in. And this is the killer one. This is the killer one. And this is the one that people don't look at because they don't understand and get Minerals Mount, is that these new owners have come in and they have stolen and robbed his dream. Yeah. And his dream is to be a club legend and stay at this club. And they have fucking robbed it off him because they are the way they're treating him and forcing him out. And that's the facts. Yeah. That's not me being I love Minerals Mount because everyone knows he's my baller. But the reality is that is it. That is the situation. And people don't look at it like that. And this is sad because this kid has devoted his whole career to Chelsea, all right, since 6 years old. His dream is to be captain. His dream is to win Premier League with Chelsea. He's already won the Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup. Right. He's already got a legacy that no one can take away from him, all right? Everyone knows deep down he's proper Chelsea, all right? And this is the thing. He's had it robbed from him, and it's sad for the kid because this kid should be
he's
at
Chelsea.
His life
turned upside down, hasn't he, in about 6 weeks?
Yeah, man. It's disgusting.
Can I add something else in there, Johnny? All right.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Mount even wanted a bar after his name at Chelsea. At our club.
We could have had the
Mount bar. You know what I mean?
He loves. You know what? It's broken his heart. He's probably hurting the kid sitting on the bench, knowing that this gaffer's spineless.
All his family, Chelsea, everything.
Fucking joke, man. Do you know what? Do you know what it's going to take, guys? Yeah, it's going to take for him to go to Real Madrid or a Man City, and everyone's going to be going, fuck.
Yeah, of course.
Look at his GA. Look at him balling out.
Yeah.
And no one's seen. I know. The thing is, I know what he's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I've known it for
I don't
a
think
long
he'll go
time.
to Liverpool. I don't think
he won't go Liverpool. Nah, he ain't going to Liverpool.
Johnny.
They've
This
got
is a
Harvey
Mexican
Elliott for a
standoff
start.
at the moment, between the owners and Mount. What do you think it would take, for Mount, realistically, on money, all right, for him to actually stay, okay?
Right, they have to. I think the only way that he stays, and in a way, I don't want to say it, because if I say it, you know, the brown envelopes watch, and you know all the agenda merchants watch, but I'll give you a clue. Because I don't want to put it on a platter.
But don't.
I will say this: the elite mentality and the ambition needs to be reinstilled.
Yeah.
And there's only one way to do that, or two ways, and we can all work it out.
Yeah.
And I think if that was the case, money, not an issue. But when you talk about money, if you look at all of the players on wages, why is Mason Mount not worth 180 grand, 200 grand like an Enzo? Why is he not worth a 250 grand like Reece James? And I want to land this one, because this was something I wanted to speak about before I got you guys on, but we'll speak about it now. All right. It broke out today, and I want to read it out. I'm just going to read it out. I'm not going to put it up on the screen. I'm just going to read it out because I think I bookmarked it, if I'm correct. Yeah, most of the players signed permanently by Chelsea in the past two transfer windows agreed to a variation in their contracts thought to be worth over 25% in some cases based on playing in the UCL. And that would include bonuses of winning the UCL. But we're not even in it next season unless we go and win it, which is going to be some miracle, all right, the way we are. But the point I'm making is Reece James's contract isn't even 250 grand. If you look at it, it's probably 150 grand, and it will go up to 250 grand if he gets the bonuses being in the Champions League winning. So you think about it, in reality, these contracts are shocking. And yet that's why they can only sign the young players, because the young players are on tuppence anyway. So them going to Chelsea, all right, and this is where it gets disgusting, is that the owners are using our elite name and our elite club to pull these young talents, all right, and pay them on low wages because they'll come to Chelsea because it's like, wow, we come to a big club. But in reality, where's our fucking ambition? Where's our elite gaffer? Where's our elite minerals? It's all been stripped and we're being used, and they're using our club. And this is what I'm saying. I don't see experienced players coming now. And this is the scary thing. I know you're saying you've got faith, and a lot of supporters might have the faith, but I'm telling you now, they're not going that route.
Yeah.
The oldest they'll probably go is 25 geese. All right. I can't see them going older than that. They won't even spend 90 million on Declan Rice, who's 24 years old, and he's exactly what we need. What makes us think they're going to go and spend 150 million on a 28-year-old in their prime?
Yeah.
I've just landed minerals there.
Well, you are, Johnny. You are definitely. You know, it's just ridiculous.
And I think the other thing is we've got a real fortunate position in the fact that we've got a load of 23 to 25-year-olds who are very experienced because of the trophies we've won. Look at Mount, look at Havertz, look at Chilwell, look at Reece James. They've all won the Champions League. So most players win that. Yeah, most players win that trophy at between 28 and 32. We've got a core group of lads who went out there and know what it's like to win old big ears. And if we let Mount go, if Havertz goes back to Germany, we ain't going to replace like for like talent there. No way.
Can you answer this? Has Kevin De Bruyne won the Champions League?
No.
No. Do you know where he was when Mason Mount and Kai Havertz were 21 and 22? He was winning. He wasn't even winning a poker in the Bundesliga.
Wolfsburg,
right? in Wolfsburg. Came to Chelsea, left, and then got bought by City for 40 million. And only at City, once Pep came in, he blossomed. Well, we've got players that are generational, right? That are unbelievable generational talents that have already delivered at our football club. And these ownership are going to sell this experience at a young age. You've got 28, 29, 30-year-old experienced players in the game that haven't even won the Champions League. All right? Let's just think about that. You know, it's like the ambition is gone. And this is what I'm saying. Us supporters have to stand up to fight against this model, because this model will destroy our club. And they will be living off our history. And that's all they're going to feed off to make money on our club, redevelop, stadium rebuild the Cobham training ground. All right. And they're happy. They're happy for these players to sign with this UCL in the contract, all right, of winning it and getting in it, when we ain't going to challenge or get in it for God knows what, 3-4 years. By the time they've gone halfway through their contract, they're laughing, the owners, because they're going to make money on the players, because they're going to be talents, and people come to Chelsea going, oh, he's still on a 4-year contract, we're going to have to pay up for that, even though they haven't achieved anything.
Yeah.
This is a big problem. They're fucking sabotaging us. I'm telling you, I can't stress it anymore. I want to be the most positive geezer, and I am so positive. Everyone knows my platform. I've been, ever since I started it, I'm the most positive guy. But it's like I've been forced to speak the truth, which is so negative and so depressing and so doom and gloom. But that's the reality. It's the reality that
we should have built an absolute legacy on the back of the Champions League win.
Oh, no,
we should.
No.
You look at. I saw Real Madrid the other night. I saw Real Madrid the other night turn Liverpool over, and half of that team won the Champions League about 5 years ago for Real, and they've just added top class youth in there. So we had an opportunity to build on all the good things, and I know some things went against us, Rudiger, Christensen, and that, but there's no reason why we should have got rid of half of our players. And then you're now hearing stories of we got rid of Tammy, and now we're going to buy him back for 70 million.
I don't want him. Nowhere near my club. Don't want him. Look, another big thing here, right? Say they do get rid of these experienced players, okay? Which you guys are saying. Now, do you think these recruitment guys, okay, whoever they're going to get in, the DMs, the centre backs and forwards and that, are they going to identify inspirational or leaders and vocal young players to build a spine? Are they actually going to do that? Or are they just going to go out and just get random top players, top prospects, who ain't that? Because we need leaders, okay,
I'll tell you,
inspirational, okay, because if we don't have that, it ain't going to happen, and we need that spine. And another thing, if they want to make us the Galacticos of the youth project, look at the Galacticos like Real Madrid and have a look and see the experience they do have in there, whilst they're bleeding in the youth, like the Modrics, the Rudiger, the Cruces, the Benzemas and so forth. They got to look at that model as well then.
But they won't. But this is the point. This is what I'm going to land now, all right? And this is serious what I'm going to land, is what they have bought into and what they are doing at our football club. They have taken the same model but made it sort of like a hybrid of Brighton, Leipzig and Dortmund. Salzburg and Dortmund. So what they've done is, what are all those clubs renowned for?
Selling
and CBs.
Not only that, they buy the young talent, they make them into players to a certain level, and then they move on to another club. So they are using an elite Chelsea to pull the best talent in the world. Because let's have it right, Brighton's can't pull the best of the best because of the stature of their club.
Yeah.
So they're using Chelsea, and then they're gonna gamble, like I say, with a high risk of these players balling out and delivering at a football club.
Yeah.
or we're going to
Johnny,
make money on him.
Johnny, I'm going to counteract on that one because,
Go on.
okay, they can go out and get all these top youth players and everything and the hot prospects, yeah. But I believe that the ones who will make it and are balling now and they're cooked, all right, to world-class levels, we're going to keep. But the ones who are very, very good players and we can make money on them, it's another way of generating money. So those ones I believe we will sell and we'll keep the
Unless
creme
they're
de la
loaned.
creme.
If they're loaned,
Or loaned or sold.
Yeah.
So
what about
could
Enzo?
That could be another. No, he's staying, mate. He's staying.
Right, but this is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing, Geese.
Yeah.
Is I think a player like Enzo.
Yeah.
If we're not winning in the next 3 years,
he's going to want to leave.
This guy's going to down tool and leave.
And I'm sure in his contract there is something there, for it. I mean, the kid can't be silly with his solicitors. And
but
they'll make.
That's what I'm saying. They'll make money.
No, I understand.
The club will make money. Yeah.
And they need to see that. And this is why I'm saying that they need to go out and buy some experience and keep some of our experienced players here to gel these players. So they can't be that daft. And if they don't do that, then they're fucking daft. They're silly. They're mugs. Yeah. So hopefully, I'm going to instill a little bit of trust. I'm going to see the summer transfer window, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, that's I get that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I want to sort of see where we go with this one. And by the way, guys, smash the piece of the like button. We're under 200 likes. It's poor. Get the 200 likes at a bare minimum, lads and ladies and gents, because we've got Hannah in here as well. Big up to Hannah. And also subscribe to the channel. But also, I want to go this direction. I want to talk about the game tomorrow. All right, and I want to assess if we do win. If we win. We have got a chance. If he plays Mount, if he plays the right players, we could go on a good run. But if he doesn't win, we have to protest.
Facts, 100%, 100%. Yeah, he should not be.
Because otherwise, they will keep him if we don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of, anyway, well, whatever I say, whatever I do, but I think they're just going to keep him, whether we lose or not now. Okay, you can see it because after that Southampton game, I mean, that he should have just went, let alone Tottenham and, anything else. So, we should protest, yeah. It should happen. But this guy, he's not fit to be at Chelsea. The other thing, what I see, right, because he's not fit, all right, before we get into the game tomorrow, it's like, all the other club owners, okay, who own clubs, all right, and coaches, all right, managers or whatever, and all the rival fans are all like, keep Potterball, he's really good, give him the chance, he can do something like the Lego head merchant after 3-4 years. And why is that? Why is that? Okay, because Chelsea won't be the elite, powerful, ruthless, hungry trophy winners. Okay, and that that incredible machine we was, right, which has been for so many years, and that's facts. They want to see us down. So actually, they advise them, and obviously, doing all these interviews, they think, keep Potter, give him a chance, give him that. Yeah, we all know why. We all know why, because we're going to be fucking bright and nice, and we're going to be mid-table. And that's facts, and it's not good enough for our
I think the power, if we really turn it on, if I agree, I think we should protest even if he does get us through, and I think our performance will be a stinky performance either way. And if we do get through, it'd be luck. It would just be pure luck, and the supporters getting behind the players, not necessarily the gaffer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool.
But it's like. We should be beating Dortmund, man. They're not actually as good as everyone. I know they're on form. But I think the difference is it's simple as this, guys. Dortmund plays a team. We play with individuals.
Thank you. We're not a team.
And we're not a team. So I don't think if anyone is thinking that we're going to beat them, is reaching so hard. And guys, I'm not saying Mount is going to play. I'm saying if we went through against Dortmund, and we play him after that in the next round, we've got a chance. But Potter won't even do that. I know he's suspended, guys. Of course, I know he's suspended. This is the thing. I just think that it's false hope that we beat them tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
well, I think if we do go, it's going to go extra time, isn't it? It's going to be a late one. It's going to be a late one. If we do it, I can't see us scoring 2 clear goals without them giving us one back. I can't.
No, definitely not.
Definitely. So we could do a Denver bar on it. Yeah, we could do a Denver bar on it and score like we did with Jose and get through. But
my question is this: like we came back against Napoli or even Barca. Where are the leaders in our team? There ain't
exactly. There isn't. We don't have them in there.
There's no one. You're relying on Enzo and Felix.
Yeah.
You're relying on a Mudryk. You're relying on Sterling, who's never
been at the club.
The only player you're going to rely on is Kai Havertz because he's clutch. But you ain't got no Thiago Silva. You've got to rely on Reece James, who's injury, not ready. Is he fit? Is he not fit? We don't know. All right. They're the two, Havertz and Reece James. Yeah. You've got no Kante. If he does play, you're throwing him in there without any run-up whatsoever. And I know 60-70% Kante, if he's that, is class. Do you know what I mean? He's world class, but in a game, I think it's a game too soon for him. So who are you playing in the middle? And if you're playing a wing-back system, what, you playing Loftus-Cheek again? You're going to play Reece James there, throw him in?
Yeah.
There's too many issues right now. There's too much unbalance throughout the whole team. It's not even about just the midfield. It's the defense, goalkeeper,
everything,
strikers. It's the whole way through the core. It's gone. Yeah. It's spineless. It's like our gaffer, a jellyfish. And this is my thing. Where are we gonna land the minerals? Who's gonna pull it out? You've got to basically rely on an 110% performance, everyone playing fantastic, just to beat 119%, just to beat an informed Dortmund. What if you're playing a Real Madrid? They'll rip you to shreds.
And that's the difference with Thomas Tuchel, right? When he took over our team with a 3-4-3, we were playing as a team. Why? Because everywhere, all over our team, we were scoring goals. Yeah, and that is the difference. This guy can't even get us to score goals, let alone play as a team.
This is my point, and it gets me so angry, right? I get so rattled, all right, because Tuchel was the elitist gaffer, all right. He was on the touchline, and he had Pep Guardiola pulling out any follicle he's got left in his head, all right. You got Klopp there, the flipping veneer merchant, literally grinding them away, so he has to go back to the dentist the next day, all right. He's had every gaffer literally stressed to pieces, rinsed them, done unbelievable, managing a team and problem solving no other gaffer, all right. And he's sort of taking him away from us. He's taken all winning mentality, all elite mentality. They're not even playing our winning players in our squad, all right. And everyone's got this fucking delusion that under this manager we're going to build for the future. Build fucking what? Build on what? This guy's won nothing. He's done nothing at any club he's been at apart from go up a few steps.
You know what?
We're not in rehab here. We're trying to win trophies at this football club. Yes, there's a process, but who are you doing the process with? You're doing it with a yes man. Let's have it right. Bowley Barley, sort your shit out because you're well out of your depth. You yourselves are out of your depth and you're throwing money like you're in a strip club. You ain't got a clue what you're doing and you're mugging us all off. And we look like fucking clowns. And I'm sick and tired of losing game after game, having this gaffer in charge. I don't give a shit. It's nothing personal about this gaffer. It's nothing personal. Just like old Aubameyang. It's nothing personal, bruv. Aubameyang, no minerals, Yang, you fucking Arsenal merchant. It's nothing about that. What it's about the levels and the mentality of the football club has been stripped. And now we are back to rock bottom, all right, acting like we're some mid-table FC, all right? It's unacceptable. And all you got to say is what? That's life.
Go on, Johnny. Landing those minerals, bruv.
Do you know what? Somebody told me on Saturday that before Potter had even said this, before he came to Chelsea, he'd never even been to a Champions League game, not even watched one, never mind managed one. And now we go and we've got him going up against some of the best coaches in the world. And you're right, we might fluke it against Dortmund and scrape through. But there's one thing about the Champions League, as Liverpool found out the other night, it is cruel. We'll get slapped
and it's all acceptance. Oh,
We'll get
you're not backing your team. You're not backing your gaffer. You're not. Fuck off. Fuck your process and fuck your PR, yeah, because that's what you're buying into. You're just jellyfish, just like the yes man himself. And I'm sick and tired of it, man. I'm like, where do people go? When are people going to wake up? What, when we're fucking sitting 10th every season and everyone's going to go, oh shit, we're not actually going anywhere. This gaffer hasn't taken. Do you know? Listen, look. 3 seasons he's at Brighton, yeah. 3 seasons he's at Brighton. Let me put it up because I can't. It's sickening, mate. It's absolutely sickening, right? 3 seasons he's at Brighton, and we've got like-for-like stats at Chelsea with elite players and winning Champions League winning players. Are you fucking having me on? Honestly.
Well, I think Leeds showed us that stat in a nutshell, didn't it?
Yeah.
Going 5, 6, 5,
yeah.
3, 6, 1.
They would have beaten us.
No, but
yeah,
they did. You're right. They had a couple of opportunities, but what I'm saying is those stats. If that is what we've scouted as the best coaching talent in the world, somebody who goes to 3-6-1 after 65 minutes against Leeds, so
ridiculous.
Let's
Johnny,
fucking love
Johnny.
this guy, man.
Johnny.
David Ornstein, you brown envelope, you absolute brown envelope merchant. Right in that, your credibility's in the mud, it's in the woods, it's in the cement, everything, mate. You ain't coming out ever again, ever. To say a statement like this, that Graham Potter's one of the best managers in the world, you wrongin'. When you've got gaffers like TT, Pep Guardiola, Klopp, Carlo Ancelotti, Zidane. You know, where are you from, man? Even Ten Hag's clear of this guy, man. What are you talking about? One of the best. He doesn't even get in the top 10 list. Like, what are you talking about? You're mugging our club off because you're bought, and I'm sick of all these bought journos, mate. I'm sick of them. Anyway, sorry, lads, I'll just
and although all of us probably on this platform weren't ready for TT to go, but if the owners have come in and said, right, he's not our guy, we don't get on, blah blah blah, but we're going to go out there and we're going to land an elite gaffer. And he's going to change the culture of Chelsea, and we're going to, we're going to win matches and all this. They brought Graham Potter in. I mean, what did they fucking do? They fucking drew straws or something for him.
Johnny,
do you know what I mean?
Have you got that stat I sent you with?
Yeah. Sorry, let me bring it up. Let's land it
up so everybody can see. All right, when Felix was with anti-football Simeone, okay, the difference. Okay, I mean that's just sad. That just shows you Potter levels, and this is anti-football. And that's what
Simeone gets a lot of bad press in the English media because, all right, he's a defensive coach, but look at that.
Look at that. I mean, that's just embarrassing.
The other thing.
You know, he scored 1 goal, this guy. We turned a player that he's got talent and young. And look how we've made him look. Look how Potter's made him look.
Ridiculous.
And he's done it. Right. It's not even. He's done it to every player. Look at Enzo. I mean, Enzo's a baller. Like, look what you're doing to Mount, Havertz. Look what you're doing to Sterling, Mudryk. I mean, Mudryk was great at Liverpool at Anfield. Look at him now. He doesn't even get in the team.
It's a disgrace.
I think Curse has got it right in the chat. The biggest insult, really, is when other fans come up to you and say, I can't believe this act.
Yeah, they all say it.
That is the biggest thing. That's not even your own fan base or your preconceived. Yeah. We're all loaded with the Champions League win. We love him, and he brought us.
And hear how they talk about Mount as well, Geese. You should hear how the rivals talk about Mount.
Do you know, last week I was in the gym and I saw this schooner, right? And then I went up to him, we started chatting, and he goes to me, mate, I don't understand how they're not playing Mount and this and that. And I actually sent, I got the guy, I recorded it as well, and I sent it to Johnny, right? And Johnny heard it as well. I mean, it's ridiculous. Rival teams and rival fans, they know that. They know, it's just ridiculous. Remember that, Johnny? I sent you that as well.
Of course, I've got it still.
I mean, I've got it. Just mad. Just don't understand it,
And this is the thing, like the experienced supporters, the ones that know football, watched it long enough. Like, I've spoken to many grown-ass geezers, yeah, and they go, yeah, but Mount's your best player. Why do they hate him? He's easily a 350 grand player a week. Easy, they're saying.
Yeah.
All right. And look at the narratives flowing about and the agendas flowing about. Now, like I said, I don't know, Tom, if you were you watching when Tuchel got sacked? That when he got sacked, and I had my channel. Before that, I was literally every stream fighting for the gaffer. All right, because I knew the moment we sacked our gaffer, this guy, all right, Tuchel, we're done. All right, and I knew that it was leading on to Graham Potter shit, and we sacked him. I've never lost my rag like that live on stream, and the same narrative build up, the same agenda build up, which is, let's have it right, orchestrated from the club and the owners, because that's what they did. Because Tuchel had the fan base united, these owners found a way to divide the fan base through the narratives, through all the platforms, the media platforms, the campaign against Chelsea. They used it to their advantage to make the sacking of Tuchel a little bit easier for them. All right. Otherwise, they couldn't have sacked him when we all loved him. Yeah. The real ones loved him. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, the same narrative is building up for Mason Mount and Kai Havertz for that matter.
Seen it
the
before.
Two players
You're right.
that have won us. Yeah. This exact same process. So I know I've already set in my psyche that Mason Mount, Kai Havertz are gone. Maybe I don't know if they're going to summer. Maybe Mount leaves at the end of his contract, but I think Mount is gone. We've lost him, and this is the start of our downfall as a club. And people think that by selling Mount and Havertz and these players, Cover and all these guys, that we're going to improve and be a better team. Well, I've got a surprise for you lot. You're going to be crying. And I'm going to be the one on my platform, because you think you're going to be drinking my tears when Mount leaves. I'm going to be drinking your tears when we're fucked. And you've got every rival bantering you 24/7, week in, week out, because you think you knew best. Yeah, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, guys, hit that like button. You don't get me landed like this.
And I think a couple of things I just add to that is, one, right, let's just go back. Tuchel, right, took over after they sacked Lampard, who was the fans' favourite, probably arguably one of our best players in our history. So he had a lot to contend with when he came in. He did not have an easy ride at all. Yeah, and to turn the fan base round and to end up getting a banner and all of that proves the absolute elitism, what he did to that fan base. Because he didn't take over after Potter. He didn't take over after AVB or somebody who was shy. He took over after a premature sacking of our greatest ever player. So credit to him, right? And what else I would say is that I think, and this isn't me having a go at a lot of Chelsea fans, but I don't think they just think, they've got that it'll be all right mentality with Chelsea. We'll come back. They haven't lived in a football club which hasn't won a trophy for 15 years. They haven't lived in a football club that hasn't won the league for 30 years. They've just had 20 years of success. But saying, back the club, it'll be all right, that don't wash. It ain't gonna wash. And like you say, if in 2 years' time we're sat back and we've lost Mount, we've lost Havertz, we're not competing in the top level of European football, we can't go out and sign that 28-year-old £100 million player who's won the Champions League, because there ain't no chances coming to us, because we're not playing in Champions League.
Unless you pay astronomical wages.
Well, and even that, there's not that many. There's not that many Casemiros out there who are willing to go to a non-Champions League club. So what happens? You get a structural decline of the football club from an achievement point of view over a number of years. And football's not like baseball. You don't start every season with every team having an equal shot at it. What happened last season in baseball, it doesn't matter. In fact, in American sport, if you finish bottom, the worse you do, the better chance you've got of signing draft players for the following year. So a lot of clubs in American sport, when they know they can't win it and they're finishing down the table, they will actually not try and lose, but they're encouraged to finish as low as possible. So what these guys don't get is you miss out on Champions League one season, you're likely to miss out on it on the second season.
And third.
Do you know what I mean?
Third as
And
well.
third, look at Arsenal, man. Look at fucking Liverpool. Liverpool in the 80s were the best team in the world for 10 years. And then they just lost it like that. They win
Can you
the league
imagine?
for 30.
Can you imagine us playing like Liverpool against Man United in those games, scoring 7-0?
It makes me, and then also 4 strikers scored, didn't they? 4 of their strikers scored.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Sterling getting 2, Havertz getting 2?
Of course.
It just wouldn't happen, would it?
Yeah.
So, and that's the difference. No manager, no player is always permanently good. Look at Klopp. He's had a bad run of it, but he's an elite manager.
He took 3 years at Liverpool to win something. Tuchel came in and won something without his identity, without being able to build. He won 3 majors, mate, in 15 months, 14 months.
284 days.
284 days. There you go. Minnals landed. 284 days. Yeah. You got the hour on that as well.
Yeah. Well,
19 hours.
What I'm saying is
3,700 days. Yeah.
What I mean is, right, Klopp's a top-class manager. All right, he's had a shit season. You back him, he comes good. Mount, Havertz, they haven't had great seasons, right? But to discard them and chuck them in the bin and want us to start a player who they've seen on a Twitter reel from Norwegian Football League who's fucking 15. No, it don't. Football don't work like that. You rate the players based on the performances they've given you when you've watched them and the big games and the elite moments. That's what a good player is.
Yeah, but the major problem on this as well, right, with Kai Havertz and Mount, we've been crying out for this. We don't have DMs to release these players to play the natural game. So if you look at United, they've got Casemiro. Look at Christian Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, and so forth. They're balling out now. How can our players ball out, and when they don't ball out because they're dragged from one position to another, all right, they get labelled, right, and all our fans are like against them, and they want them out. I mean, how can they do their job properly? How can they actually ball out? And when they did ball out, yeah, okay, they've done really well that year. The following year, we still didn't address our problem, yeah. And obviously this year we didn't address it, and now they want them out. How are they going to do it? You know, so I blame, you know, like the owners. They're not addressing, you know, the real picture, what we actually need. It's sad, you know. And another point, when Roman was in charge, and we did go through a few hard times, okay, and most of the years where we didn't win anything, the following year, okay, all right, or even that year when we weren't playing well, we still ended up winning trophies, and that shows you the winning mentality we still had. Yeah. With these new owners, there's no way that's going to happen unless they've got the experienced players and they keep these young Cobham players who still got that DNA, okay, to follow it through and help all the new young players, to go on next levels. Otherwise, it ain't going to happen. So I don't blame them.
You've both proper landed minerals there. Yeah. Fantastic points, guys. Like,
and I think the final thing I would say is in any other football club in probably world football, right? The players that won you the Champions League, those 11, 12, 13 players who played on that pitch that night and won us the Champions League and won us the Club World Cup would be immortalised. Do you know what I mean? And yet we've got fucking dickheads knocking about, slagging them off left, right, and centre, wanting them out the club. And then we go from a position of strength where we are the best team in the world to now a shit show in 10th with Jellyfish Potter. We need to start respecting the people who have delivered for the football club, not people who haven't.
But these ownership don't give a toss.
I know they don't.
If you don't want to play, if you don't play their way, if you don't follow their suit, you're out. And they don't care. They've got no sentiment. And this is the problem. It's a very dangerous game what they're playing, because what they're essentially doing is ripping out, which they already have, the entire DNA of what's made Chelsea so successful over the last 22, 23 years, if not more. Before Roman, we were still winning trophies.
Fucking gutted us, mate. They
Gutted us. Literally gutted us like fishes is an understatement. You know, this is like what's that? Is it the Grim Reaper? Grim Reaper, yeah.
Yeah.
Just goes in there and just takes you and you're gone, mate. You know, it's
and the thing about
this
the
is
other thing
tell you what it's
about
like. Godfather 1, final scene, takes out all the families. That's what it is.
Every single one.
Every single one. And then
Yeah.
he's sitting there with his
christening,
his coffee cup and his scarf and hat. You know, actually, no, he's not really, is he? He's not really, is he? He's more like this because he's a state, mate. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. I just can't, mate. It's
and I tell you what. Just one last point on Havertz. Do you think all of the German people give a shit about what Chelsea fans think about him? They'll want him at Dortmund. They'll want him at Bayern. He plays class for Germany, doesn't he? He played brilliant in the World Cup. They won't give a shit what Chelsea Twitter think of Havertz.
Can I tell you this then? He's the most sought after German player that they've had. One of the best talents that they've brought up since, you know, whatever they had before Ozil, plays like that. Yeah. All right. And we got him. And I don't know if many people know, but Roman Abramovich fought tooth and nail to get Kai Havertz. It was like
Frank pulling power.
Frank, yeah. So he used Frank. Let's have it right, because Frank's the GOAT. He's generational. Goes down as probably I think the greatest goal scoring midfielder of all time.
No doubt.
Talking about goal scoring midfielder.
Fact.
The amount of goals that he got as a midfielder is ridiculous. But that's generational. And Mason Mount, by the way, 31 goals. Let me bring it up just because I love landing the facts, because you know it's very important that people understand the context here of what we got at our football club, and we're getting rid of it. How difficult it is to score that after 170 games. And Mason Mount is 2 years younger than Lamps, just to let you know. But my point is this: Kai Havertz, he will go to another club and he will ball out. This is the scary thing: is that we will not get a Michael Edwards. That's the first thing, unless he comes for a big paycheck. That's the only way. It's for money, not the project. And why do you think Pochettino rejects Chelsea? Why do you think we can't get an elite manager? Because they won't come to us because of the way the model is. And the model's so far gone because they've spent over 600 million already that they can't afford to go back on that model and change it. But they have got a chance, because they're stupid, is if they did get an elite manager right now, in this moment in time, they can salvage and still use. We've got talents, but you can take the advice of the manager and go and buy some experience that they need, build the spine, and then you will progress. And you can still buy your talent elsewhere. They don't want to do that.
Facts.
And that's why the only way, and I keep repeating it, the only way is the supporters. There's no other way.
It'll be too late, won't it? By the time they realise and willing to swallow their pride, trust me, it'll be October next year where we're not in the title race. We're sitting mid-table. That's when they'll panic. But what you're saying is the writing's on the wall. Yeah, look what's in front of you guys. Whether he wins 1-0 against Leeds, scrapes through against Dortmund, he's not Chelsea. He ain't proper Chelsea. It's not going to work. So own up to your balls up and go out and get a top class gaffer now. And I don't want any manager, right, at Chelsea who hasn't competed deep for big ears. I don't.
But that's the point, though, guys, is that they couldn't get that type of gaffer because they had him in Tuchel, but Tuchel laughed at their project and said, fuck that, ain't going to work. You're mad. All right, you're clowns for thinking that that's going to work, and that's why we can't go and get an elite gaffer. They know that no elite gaffer will accept their project, so therefore they're forced to stick with Graham Potter because they've invested in him. But yet they haven't anticipated or foreseen the results would be this bad. But even that journalist that I played that mentioned, he goes, the owners aren't even scared about the results as much. They're scared. They didn't foresee the supporters turning on him, and they're scared of platforms like the Minerals FC. That's come out of his lips.
And he's been lucky because, at Tottenham, there was only, I was in the crowd, there was only like small pockets of people singing his name out. That's why I say they've got the fan base fucking hypnotised. Potter's had it lucky. He has had it really lucky because the Chelsea fans have actually been really respectful up to this point. At Fulham, they didn't sing, they sung Abramovich and they sung Tuchel, but they didn't say get rid of Potter. This is Chelsea getting beat by Fulham.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So they didn't sing him name, and then and then against Spurs there was a few small pockets of Potter out songs. That was it.
It's very few fans who actually want Potter in, but the majority of us, I could probably say 90-95%, we all want him out. Seriously,
I agree.
That's for the great.
But we've been respectful enough, Geese.
Yeah,
we've been patient enough.
Yeah,
I remember you said that they're going to wait. Everyone's waiting for the
Dortmund,
Leeds game, which he won, and the Dortmund game. And then it's like...
because with the Dortmund game, I think with this, I think the termination clause could kick in after that if we're out of all the competitions and out the top four. So we've got to see, So that could actually play a major point there for us. Hopefully.
Well, I think the environment changes if we go out to Dortmund because at the moment we're living on a broken promise, like a dream, aren't we?
Yeah.
Whereas reality bites come Wednesday morning.
Yeah. Because you got Leicester away on Saturday. Nothing to play
spin.
For.
And also the whole gloss and shine and eliteness of Chelsea is gone. Because at the moment we're still trading on the last flickers and embers of that Champions League win are still.
They've literally gone in on the table, poke the table. They've gone all in. That's what they've done. They've just gone all in now. They're living on a prayer. Well, they put everything, all in, living on a prayer FC. All right, for the Dortmund game, because if he loses that game, Bowley, I'm coming for you, son.
Well, Leicester away was going to be. We'll see what happens Saturday at Leicester away if we're out of the Champions League.
Yeah,
normally.
That's just.
It's normally a good atmosphere at Leicester. To what you'll get 3,000 all in one section.
Listen, if he wins against Dortmund and he wins the next 6 games, then it's like fair play. Fair play. Yeah. If he goes and gets us in the final of Champions League or wins it, fair play.
Absolutely.
Respect. Yeah. Respect for turning it around. Respect. Yeah. But I can't see it. Like, no one can see it. But if he can do it, mate, you got my full backing all day long.
Me too.
All right.
Definitely.
Right. You got my backing. Like, I was like this with Tuchel. Yeah. When Frank Lampard got sacked, I was very skeptical of Tuchel. I was like, this gaffer ain't going to come in and, you know what I mean? Because I was hurt. I was hurt with Frank, yeah? And he done something that I just couldn't. I mean, getting us in the FA Cup final was fantastic in itself because Frank done that as well. So we were like, yeah. And then he lost it. And I was like, oh, mate, you're meant to be elite, man. Why didn't you win us the FA Cup? And then I said, but I actually called it and I was clipped. When we topped our group, just before we drew Athletica, I said, we're going to go all the way, whether it's with Frank or not, we're going all the way to win it. And we did. And I was so confident of us going all the way. And even if we've got City, I thought we were going to win it. And we did. And that for me, and then he continued it, Super Cup, another one. Club World Cup, another one. And then what he did for our club will never be forgotten, will always be respected through the sanctions, everything, like historical that was. And he was the perfect manager to go through us that whole period. He's the perfect manager to back. He's the perfect manager to do a rebuild of a billion with. All right. But you didn't want to do it because you think you know best, because you come from baseball and you're billionaires. Well, money is one thing. Doesn't mean you dress well, does it? Having billions of pounds, billions of notes. Does it mean you got class? Does it mean you know what you're doing all the time just because you're successful in one market? Doesn't mean necessarily you're going to be successful in every other market. Things go wrong. You get careless. You think you know too much. Ego gets in the way. And this is what's happening with these lot and Chelsea. They've come into an industry that they know very little about. They didn't get the right people in charge at the start when they bought the club. And Bowley's going around like he's director of football. It's a joke. And if anyone thinks that he stepped down as director of football, you're a long way from Starbucks. This guy has the seal of approval for everything with Egbali. So whether you think Christopher Vell is picking his talents and all this, yes, they're guiding, but they're pushing the project that the owners want, and that's the problem. You know, we're in a real pickle, and I don't even like pickle that much sometimes, but we're in a real pickle at the minute, and I think people don't realise the severity of it, and only time will reveal itself. But that's what I'm saying. You know, let's see what happens tomorrow night. I mean, for me, this is Potter's game of his career, and if he loses this game, he's done.
Yeah, whatever. Done. This fucking mug, all right, should have been out from Southampton. Yeah.
Facts.
I just had enough of it. Embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. Yeah. I'm telling you now, no league, all right, no team in any league, 3 wins in 18. Oh my God. Fucking laughing stock, man. Put some mockery.
Mate, he would have been gone after like 2 or 3 losses with Roman.
Even if we lose against Dortmund, all right, and they still keep him on, what do I have to look forward to? What, see some patterns of play? Do I? Yeah? What fucking patterns of play, man? Yeah? What, you're going to play mix and match and play whatever player you want? You don't even know, and you haven't even identified, all right, 7 to 8 sort of core players to carry on with that, all right, and building some sort of momentum, you know? What have I got to fucking look forward to, yeah? Spend all these thousands just to watch this. You know, I'm fed up with it. Absolutely fed up with it. You know? So yeah, just fucking get him out.
I never wanted him in the first place. And
we never wanted.
No one did.
And to be truthful, I wanted him out after that Arsenal at home performance because it was embarrassing, wasn't it?
Oh,
to get outplayed. Yeah. I felt sick coming out that ground that day. Wow. Honestly, the way they ran through us and he just stood on the sideline clapping when we get a throw in and that. Do you know what I mean? I wanted him out from then, and I'm not being flippant about us to say you never back your manager, but it just didn't feel right from the very start. And you think about what Frank did, attracted to the club. Timo, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, think about what Frank did when he, after his first season, the players that he attracted to the club, Havertz, Werner, Thiago, he had a big say in those players. He had a pull. He's respected.
It's a legend. He's a legend.
Do you know what I mean? So Havertz joined us. Werner joined us. You know what I mean? There was all that talk of him going to Liverpool, won their Timo, and he joined us. Do you think Graham Potter, when he picks up the phone to flip in our next top signing, is going to inspire them to want to join Chelsea? You having a laugh?
That's another good point there, actually, Tom, all right? Because when they watch this rotterball at the moment, all right, what player will want to sign? No one. Absolutely no one.
Yeah, exactly. No one's going to want.
It's just like ridiculous, man. You know? Who's going to want to come play for us? Yeah, watching this. No cohesion, no nothing, you know? It's a mockery.
You know the
Absolute
way
mockery.
Bowley celebrated at the end of the game was an
Yeah.
embarrassment, in itself. And then, like you said, Tom, and we all saw it, he walked all the way from the other side of the ground where they are in their box to go deliberately in front of the press and go, oh, it's a win, it's a result. He said it's a result with a little smirk.
Smug face.
And it's like you're so fucking arrogant, and so egotistical, that you think you got minerals to do that and send a message like that when you went fucking hide and seek, mate. Where were you for all this whole 3 and 18? Where were you? You ain't nowhere.
He ain't got the minerals, bruv. He ain't got
the minerals,
bruv.
man.
He ain't got nothing. Like
No
Jose
reason.
and the rest of them. Right, boys, so sorry. I've got to quickly butt in. I've got to leave, all right? I've got to quickly pop out somewhere. Yeah, I loved it tonight. We landed it, all right? We mudded them, all right? So up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Smash those likes, all right? Subscribe and all that jazz, all right? Love you guys. Love my Minerals FC, all right? And, yeah, come on the Chels, all right? Let's get this Potter out, mate, all right? Love for that.
Big up, Chelsea boys. My geezer, always land the minerals. You landed it tonight.
Always.
Pleasure having you on.
All right, pleasure. Tom, you take care. All right, everybody in the chat.
See you later.
All right, have a great evening. God bless, and we'll speak soon. Yeah.
Big up, geese.
Come on, up the Chels.
Up the Chels.
Up the Chels. Go on, say
up the Chels. Tom, Minerals. Up the Chels. Minerals, misses. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
See you guys.
Love it. Come on.
Bye.
See you later. So, Tom, I'm going to read this. Chelsea Mitch Boy says, yeah, it was sad when didn't get picked for Dortmund. Knew he was going. Sad, very sad. Baller. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. It is what it is. He's going to go, and that's it. And everyone thinks that, they're going to come on my platform to see me, which is fine. I'm all for it. You come. But you'll be crying, not me, because I know what's going to come. You know what I mean? But anything else you want to say, Geese? Because I'm going to wrap it up. 2 hours landing the minerals. I'm knackered. I'm tired.
Yeah, well, no, I think we go to sleep tonight thinking big times ahead for tomorrow, isn't it? Big day tomorrow.
You there, Tom?
I can see. Yeah, I think my stream's going down.
Oh.
So my internet's a bit shoddy. So I'm gonna say
Geese.
cheers.
Yeah, and, pleasure. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, up the Chels. See you later.
Up the Chels, Tom. Come on. Big up to the two boys landing it. Tom, Chelsea old boys landing minerals tonight. Great show, guys. Fantastic stuff. Literally, guys, every single one of you, smash the piece of the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notification button. We've got the Minerals FC membership pinned at the top of the live chat and down below. As always, guys, I want you to put your comments reacting to the show and reacting to everything that was said tonight, and give us your opinions in the comments. Big up to every single one of you in here. Respect as always to supporting the channel, and love to every single one of you. Let's see. Hopefully we can go through tomorrow, and in the day we support our Chelsea, win, lose or draw. It's just that this gaffer definitely doesn't have the minerals to take us where we should be. But he's got the last chance for me. There is no other excuse. So we see. Let's get into him. Let's get into him, and let's get into him up the Chels. Guys, please don't forget, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and comments down below. Very important for me. And I will get back to you in the comments. And hopefully everyone stay strong. Keep land your minerals in all the comments, and also on Twitter and socials. And appreciate every single one of you supporting the channel. Fantastic show. I did lose it. I think Curser's one done me. Chelsea Old Boys done me. Even Tom's done me. Everyone's done me in today. Fantastic show. But yeah, big up to every single one of you. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right.
Right, Friday London. London is blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, let's have it right. Minerals FC. You got the Minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the Minerals, TT.
Oi, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.